What's going on, guys? It's Sergio from A608. Just want to show you how to do those bricks that I posted. So the first thing you want to do is, I don't use foam board, alright? I don't like using foam board because of it tends to warp. So, I mean, this you shouldn't be using either if you're going to paint, because this is like a chalk board. I just had it here, scraps, that's why I'm using it. But this, the paint will peel right off, either side you use it. So, real quick, this is the cork I use, alright? It comes in rolls. Let me see if I have another roll here somewhere. I do. It comes in these rolls right here, alright? They have self-adhesive in the back. You can buy it at Michael's and stuff like that. Places like that, Hobby Lobby. Alright, so sorry about the mess because I'm like super busy. But anyway, what I like to do is, they're a 1/4 inch. So if you grab your ruler, I'm going to give you a quick, illustration here, if you want to call it. So it's a 1/4 inch. Just go 1/4 inch and make sure everything is straight. Again, the 1/4 inch, and I just giving you a fast heads up. You know what I mean? Just like that, and then you're gonna go. It's a 1/2 inch. So I like to use a piece of wood that I have somewhere around here. Okay. So it's a 1/2 inch. That's what I use. I use this wood just to guide me or so. I do this. As long as my edge is straight, that I cut it square, and then I just go along and so on and so forth like that. You know what I mean? One thing you're gonna learn is it doesn't matter if these things are perfect. So with that said, when you cut these, you want to cut them with I'm just gonna do this real quick. You want to cut them with a razor blade. Be my guest. You know what I mean? But I use a scissor because it really doesn't matter. So I cut them, and that's what you get. Okay, little bricks. So I got a bunch of them here. All right, and now that you have all your bricks, you want to measure wherever you put the bricks on. Okay. One very, very important tip: always start from the top, never from the bottom. Okay. Now, the reason why I say that is, let me get another piece here. Suppose you're going to put this up against this right here, okay? First thing you want to do is scribe this right here. You can't put any bricks below that line, okay? So what I like to do myself, or let's say you're putting this against here. If you're doing this right here, putting it up against here, then also you got to scribe a line here so you know that you're not putting any bricks past that point, okay? And so on, alright? I mean, just common sense. Just do your homework ahead of time. Always start from the top, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if this is a wall right here, and let's say this is a wall, when you meet up, okay, you want to make sure your bricks are lined up with both walls, okay? So what I like to do is, I like to start from the top. So you don't have to do all the lines. I see people doing lines after line after line, and then line after. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Not for what we're doing, okay? If you want to get everything brick, then it's a different story. But so what I do is, I'll get this right here. I put a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, and here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, here, and so on. So, and I always start from the same. This is the top, okay? We start from the top, always from the top. There, 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 maybe here, here, so on and so forth. Okay? So now I'm going to explain to you why I don't do all these lines. So, my first top is a 1/4 inch. Okay? And what I do is I do a line. I'll make a line, just like that, and I'll do my first line. And then maybe I'll skip all the way down to here, and I'll do a line down here. A line down here, and maybe a line down here, I'll do a line down here. And maybe I'll do one in the middle here somewhere where I got it scribed. Basically, that's all I have. You see how many lines I got for brick? It's all you really need. Now, what you want to do is, and I'm only showing you this for the technique, like you've seen in the diorama I did. So now you want to grab the brick, and you want to start at that line, okay? And then you can add this as you go. So like that, just leave a little gap for a joint or whatnot. All right, and if the bricks are starting to break, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you a trick. So then you want to put maybe one on the bottom here, like this, and so forth. So it looks like this. All right, and then maybe skip a space. So that's why you don't need all those lines, you know. So don't waste your time. Now you see this line here that I have here. You see where my bricks are all the way over here. See this line right here? Maybe I want to start right here. Alright? And create a pattern over here. Just leave a little gap. Always leave a little gap. And then, you know, so on and so forth. You can put them on top and then space them out. And then you want to maybe go over here. And then maybe over here. And then maybe over here. So you don't have to make all those lines. Okay? Alright, so now, the next step you want to do is you grab a file, okay, and I'm going to try to get as close as you can. See that right there? Just do this. Rip them apart. Alright? Rip them apart just like this. They come off nice and easy. Look at that. See that? Rip them apart. The cord comes right off. Don't be afraid to damage them. That's what you want. You want damage. Okay? Now, I like to use this right here. It's called Texture Sand Medium. Okay? You can use the high grade one. You know, you got the fine, the medium, and the hard course. It's made by Deco Art. It's you can get it at again Michael's or Hobby Lobby. All right? When you put this on, this is this is one of the important things when you're doing the brick. So when you put this on, okay, let me get a brush here. What you want to do, on top of the brick, you want to paint it on top of the brick, okay? It's going to fill in the gaps. But anywhere else, you don't paint, you dab. The only time you paint is on top of the brick. And if you have too much like I have there, it's okay. You want it to fill in, okay? We're going to get to that in a little bit. So you dab all around. And you let it dry. Now, once you dab all around, you're gonna have all that extra around the brick like that. All right. What you want to do is wipe your brush. Okay. Just want to wipe your brush like this, and then go back over only the brick and wipe again in between. Take all the the extra stuff you got there, and once again dab. You know, and it should look like that. Once it dries, you're gonna see a big difference. You're not gonna see all this white. You're not gonna see all the extra stuff. It dries into it, so it's really nice. And then once it's dry, you just paint right over it. And again, with this paint, like I use for the one that you guys seen on my pictures, I used this color here. This is the color I used. It's a warm buff. But with the paint, you don't wanna paint it. You want to dab all around it, and when you dab all around it, it creates that effect of stucco. Okay, so let me show you. I have it here somewhere. Let me show you. So here it is. So it creates this effect of stucco. Okay, and now I'm going to tell you something else about cork, because that's going to be your best friend. Cork is going to be your best product that you're going to buy. Okay, you see that floor? That's cork. Okay. That's all cork on top of this piece of wood. So with cork, let me show you something. So we'll use this scrap I have here again. So let's just say this was square, okay? And you want to make a concrete driveway, all right? Same thing, you know. Let's measure it in half. Let's say this is half, okay? Get your file, all right? And you just scribe it, just like that. Scribe it so you can make your joint. All right, and then you scribe it again. Scribe it again. And it makes your other joint, okay? And then you can make potholes. Just cut it out. Just do something like this. That's it. You can make cracks. Use your imagination. Make cracks, make potholes. Alright, just like that. And it's going to turn out to look like that. See the cracks? So it's really nice. And I'm going to tell you something. For the you guys that like using foam board. Foam board, when you paint it, it warps. You know, it might not warp today, tomorrow, but why spend 40, 60 hours on a project that a month from now it's going to be warped? So what you could do is you add this to the foam board. Stick it to the foam board on your wall. And this creates a stucco on your wall. Now you paint this right here. You paint this right here and it won't warp your foam board. And while you're using this, you could also, you know, like I just did, go like this on your stucco. You could create cracks on your stucco, you know, and make it look good. Because believe it or not, once you paint this, it looks like stucco. And this is adhesive. So, I mean, for all of these guys that are using the foam, or anything, I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily foam board, wood, whatever. This is old stuff I had laying around, so it's probably all stuck together. But again, you know, you can put this on your wall, on your floors. It's great for asphalt, you know, to make potholes. Very sticky. Put this on, you know, you could put this on the wall if you want to make a whole wall out of it. The one thing I don't recommend with this stuff is I don't like to paint it. All right, I use spray paint on this when I do floors or walls because it gives the effect of the stucco, okay, with the cracks and everything. If you're gonna paint it, you're gonna fill in all these little pores, and it's not gonna look good. All right, so remember, spray paint when you're doing floors and walls with this. And then you can you know, you can darken this up over here using you know, this stuff I use to darken it up, or Humbrol weathering powder. This is good stuff. You add a little bit of this powder into a cup of water and you got your blackout. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want with it. Very simple. Well, I hope this was a good tip for you guys. We use this all the time. This is one of our favorites. And if you want to do a whole wall, you know what I mean? Again, you don't need all the lines. Alright? Start with one line up on top. Make sure that you measure from the top. Remember, always measure from the top, because when you get your next wall, you're going to measure from the top again. So when they meet, the bricks meet. Okay? So, with that said, if you want to continue here, just use the top line. You know, and then just work your way down, nice and even. Because you're never going to get it where it's going to match all the lines. You know, you're doing a quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch, you're going to go crazy. And if one is a little bit off, there goes your gaps. Now you're all screwed up. You know, and another thing too is you can use this for blocks. You know, if you want to do blocks, do a foundation. Do the bottom of the foundation with blocks. You follow me? Do the blocks, the bottom of the foundation, then from the top up, just use the cork, regular cork, and you'll have blocks on the bottom and cork up on top. It'll look like cork and stucco. All right. So I hope that was worth it. Hope you guys learned a tip from me. Anything I can help you guys with, please feel free to ask. Thanks, guys.